Yep, it was free comic book day. And we'll try to make this video a little bit shorter because I'm sure everybody hit free comic book day. The comic book shop that I went to, it was on a whim. I didn't even think I was really going to go, but just decided to get up out of bed and crawl on up there. And apparently the thing was a big hit. Apparently they started on Thursday night to promote free comic book day. They showed up at Thursday night midnight at a local theater with the Thor movie. And then they were there Friday night with the Thor movie at a local theater. And then they were able to get a lot of kids that saw the Thor movie, and a lot of people were there to come to the comic book shop. So when I walked in, the place was packed. Little kids were running around dressed up like their favorite superhero. And I had a blue Superman t-shirt on that I didn't even realize I was wearing. And they were shooting a film. And they were taking pictures of people. And it had me and about everybody else striking their great superhero poses. Kirby fist. Anyway, it actually I stayed about 50 minutes, not only did I get some free comics there, but they had the whole store on like 20 and 30% off or something, and they didn't really have a limit to how many free comics you could get as long as you just got one apiece. So I think it was a success for ghetto comics, as I call them, but they're a cool store. I'm going to quit on that stuff. So after seeing how they got their act together and had everybody in there playing their games, and all the little kids in there, that was the future of comics right there. Anyway, moving on. First of all, I'm going to give these to my girlfriend's little girl, but let's get moving on here, see what we can do. Excuse me. And I'll tell you how that happened there with me flipping it. Okay, we have Shrek. That was a free comic. You flip it over. Penguins of Madagascar. Richie Rich. And Kung Fu Panda, which I absolutely despise this movie, and I'm just, it sickens me. See, it makes me gag. Anyway, sorry. But no, I'm not sorry. It's that bad. But kids seem to love it. Green Lantern. This, for a heads up, is issue 2 of the Secret Origin that Jeff Johns did in the Green Lantern. And it's 2 pages of Flashpoint that basically tell you nothing. Just a big promo, try to get you hyped up. And I've actually got a video that I quit letting people watch. I blocked it, but I think I'm going to unlock it. I had an idea years ago that I read from an email about what the DC Universe, how I would do it if I could just do one comic. And I think I'm going to release it, open it up again, because I think there's a few things on Flashpoint that I synced up with a little bit, or at least got the same feel. Anyway, Locked Up, giant-sized action. Lock and Key, excuse me. And I picked this up, because it's free comic book day. It's huge compared to the rest of them. It's not a flip book, and from what I understand, Stephen King's son writes on this, and I don't care who his dad is. I've been hearing great things about this, so this kid apparently can hold his own. And I think it's great that he doesn't use the last name King. In my opinion, that tells me, this guy's going to make it on his own, which is awesome. So, good for him. Fractured Fables. I wanted to read this. I think I saw maybe an insert in a Wizard or something when it first came out. And this one has Mike Allred in it, so that's why I grabbed that one. Let's see if there's anybody else in there. Nobody's really popping out at me. So that should be a good one to read. Super Dinosaur. Special Origin issue or something. Yeah, Origin Special. Robert Kirkman. And who was it? I believe the Shadow Gallery channel that I've subscribed to. He did a review of #1 and enjoyed it, so I figured why not? Let's check it out. Okay, I'm looking forward to this. The Misadventures of Adam West, a biography, and it just kills me that they went ahead and stamped it when they could have done it on this side of things to come. No idea what this is about, but it's by Walter Koenig, Chekhov of Star Trek. And that guy actually did some writing and was involved in Land of Lost in the 70s, so I've had a taste of what he's able to do. Walter Koenig, for those of you who want to geek out on Land of the Lost here, he created Enoch. And for those of you, that was the sleeve stack that could talk, or the orange dress, if you will, the tunic. And Enoch was originally Enig, which was Gene backwards, which was his, way of using Gene Roddenberry's name in there. Moving on. The Tick, all new. And I do not believe it's not written by Ben Edlund, but it was free, and I love The Tick. I'm excited to get this, a little Judge Dredd, 2000 AD, jumping in there on free comic book day. And, it's Judge Dredd, man. And the whole reason I decided to get out of bed, a Dark Crystal comic. It's the flip side of Mouse Guard. I do have the first issue ever of Mouse Guard over there. And Mouse Guard is cool, but let's see, show me something here. Yeah, Dark Crystal. I'm really excited to be reading this one. There we go. That's what I want right there. Yep. I think Dark Crystal was underrated, and a lot of those movies that came out, Black Cauldron, Dark Crystal, in the early 80s were just really dark, And that's it for the free comics, I do believe. They had tons more. Now this was some more quarter comics. You heard me, quarter comics. And this is from the 80s, late 80s, from Eclipse Comics. It is the Revenge of the Prowler. And they had a lot more of these, but I got this one because it comes with a floppy record. Hey Mr. Prowler, theme of Hunt by Night. Like, I don't know what this is, but apparently they got together and they gave him a theme song or something. So I cannot wait to read that. Listen to that, if you will. Okay, got this on sale. Like I said, I don't buy many new comics anymore. Basically, they're too expensive, and I don't like reading comics in 30 seconds. But this is $8.94. Everybody's talking about Brightest Day, bringing back John Constantine and Swamp Thing back into the DC universe proper. I kind of think this was a little hint, foreshadowing of things to come, since they brought Death into Action Comics. And yes, I'm like everybody else, in the Sandman nut, so I grabbed it. Now, Kirby Genesis is coming out, and Constant Bromstar, he messaged me a few weeks ago, all excited about Kirby Genesis coming out, and I'm just as excited as he is. I just can't decide to wait and buy the comics, or wait and just get a trade, or wait and wait month by month and get a comics, and trade's a little bit cheaper and stuff, and they usually throw in extra things. But anyway, Kirby Genesis by Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross is going to be based on leftover Kirby characters such as Captain Victory here. I got these from Pacific Comics. I got these for $1.25 a piece. I'd seen them there for a while, and to me these are concepts that I don't know. It's Kirby, and I like Kirby, but it looks like leftover characters, or maybe he was purposely trying to make characters that looked absolutely nothing like Marvel and DC. I don't know, but I'll read these and keep an open mind. Here we go. See, Silver Star. Considering that Kirby did the design of the Spider-Man costume, and he, I personally think his best costume design ever was Omac with the big mohawk. I mean, you remember that when you see it. I'll keep an open mind when I read these. Maybe he was just having fun. Maybe this is more Kirby than we thought. Yep, story and art, Jack Kirby. Homo Geneticus. Can't wait. Yeah, another Captain Victory. In Defense of Our Galaxy. And we found this. A Topps comic, Stormbringer, Elric. Looks like it's P. Craig Russell. Can't wait to jump into that one. Looks like it came out in '95. Excuse me. We found for $0.25 Planetary number 4. Now I have all of these, but if I want to run across a pretty good copy of a Planetary for a quarter, I'm getting it. Alright, a little guilty pleasure here. I'm not a fan of Joe Statton's art, but it's got Gardner Reborn, man. You know, he's lost his ring, and he goes after Sinestro's ring. Lobo. Got all 3 of those. These were prestige format books, if you will. And they cost $5 when they came out, $6 Canadian. And they're a quarter a piece. I've got one of them. Might as well finish it out. And I have all of these. But like I said, this is Mike Mignola art, Jim Starlin, Kirby characters, Batman. I went ahead and picked up all the copies that they had, because you never know. And they were originally going for $5 a pop, quarter a piece. And actually I think he gave me a bargain. I don't think I actually paid full price for all of these. Excuse me, allergies. I did a lot yard work today and I'm paying for it. Alright, I got 3 of the 4 books of The Prisoner. I remember I watched the TV show in reruns late at night, and you know, it was kind of cool, and I'm sure there's people out there that remember it much better than I do, but I got 3 out of the 4, and since they were a quarter a piece, I figured I'd check these out. So hold on a minute, let me look at something. There's something else I was going to show you. I'll be right back. Yeah, here they are. I thought this was kind of cool. My girlfriend's little girl, when we went to I went to the comic shop a few weeks ago, she started digging through the quarter comics, and I was interested to see what an 8-year-old little girl would want with all the stuff I've got laying around. She got a bunch of Flash, you know, typical stuff. Then all of a sudden she caught my interest. She picked up Krypton Chronicles. I have all of these. She's never seen mine. She found the Hawkman. I have these in the miniseries, but mine are beat up. She found the number 1 in mint condition. And then she found this, which I could never find. It never hit the newsstand around here. The ongoing series from the 80s. I don't have the heart to tell her that this Hawkman is not the same one that she, you know, is going to be reading. She impressed me with Green Lantern and the Sandman, I'm sure, you know. Of course, she gets some Wonder Woman. Great Prez inks there. Return of Wonder Woman. That's a pretty good cover. So we're back to her first appearance. Then she gets some, you know, early 80s Wonder Woman. And this is the one that just kind of cracked me up now. That doesn't look, you know, typical throwaway little comic book until you realize that's a Frank Miller cover that I never knew he did. Yep, Miller and Dick Giordano. And I thought, damn, beginner's luck. So, kudos to her. Okay guys, that's Free Comic Book Day. Trying to make these videos a little bit shorter. Thanks you guys who are hanging in there. You know, I go on. And like I said, for the new subscribers, I just talk about comics like I'm in a comic book shop. I throw out whatever trivia I got, and you know, feel free to correct or add. Okay, later guys.